That
Boy, for real.
fucking for real, son of a bitch.
That was like
Yeah. Greatest ever. And I
like,
didn't hit
that was
record.
That was like one of the best ever blowjobs. Like,
Best
really.
ever blowjobs, and I didn't hit record. So not only did I fuck up a facial, I didn't record the blowjob.
I
Great.
can't do no more. My dick is hurt.
Jerry!
Seinfuck. So what I was thinking is, you should add something to this the story you're writing. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a bit.
Picture a Twilight Zone episode, right?
Yeah, the door is spinning, the
Yeah.
weird random objects are spinning in the background of the black and white. Picture a door. Behind this door, I'm getting fucked in the ass.
Knock, knock. My flappers are open for you.
It's my ass is behind this door, ready to be fucked.
So
Yeah.
picture to yourself a sushi establishment in 1978.
1978, that's so specific.
Why are you questioning the date of all things?
I'm not, but go on.
Out of everything I've said so far.
It's a sushi. You said one thing: Twilight Zone sushi restaurant. That's it.
Yeah. And then, well, in fairness to Robert, immediately when you said Twilight Zone, he was like, "Well, I gotta get fucked in the ass."
What's
Yeah,
sushi
yeah.
night without a little rim job?
The power of imagination. I can think very easily of me being fucked in the Okay, so 1978 sushi restaurant. What's going on with that?
It's a sushi restaurant. It's a sushi restaurant in 1978, right? And there's a guy who comes into the sushi restaurant every day, and he wants the fugu, the deadly fugu, the puffer
The
fish,
diddly fugu? No, blowfish. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
the blowfish that kills you if you eat it wrong or if you make it wrong or whatever.
Yeah, if you cut in even
It
just
gets-
slightly a wrong part of it, you're dead.
Yeah, that's the fish. That's that fish. That's that fish.
That's
And,
that fish.
That's my game show coming in the fall to CBS All Access.
That's that fish.
That's that
It's
fucking
like the
fish,
Price is
boys.
Right, but they're just guessing fish.
Well, we'll get to the segment. But
Okay, so the guy goes into the sushi restaurant, he orders fugu.
every day for 2 years, this man's been ordering the fugu, and Taisho happily obliges him with the fugu, right?
Okay.
And after 2 years, someone else orders the fugu. This hasn't happened before.
So it's only this guy has been ordering the fugu.
Only this one guy has been ordering fugu.
And this guy's he's only ordering food. He's not ordering anything else. It's not like I want some side of rice. I'd like an asahi. Black.
He's not even do like fugu sashimi or fugu sushi with or nigiri.
Just fugu on a platter
with a bit of ginger and wasabi. Okay.
Yeah, a little gari, you know. But then this strange man, orders the fugu. He takes one bite and perishes in the appropriate time frame.
Wow. Okay. So this is the exact same fugu he's been getting.
I love that. I love that you can't confirm the time frame. You're like, he perished several years later from a stroke. It was unrelated.
In the appropriate time frame.
Yeah. Within 20 minutes of him eating the fugu, he's dead. Unlike the other guy who's been eating it for years.
And then the guy who eats the fugu is back, and he orders the fugu again, and he's survived the ordeal, and the Taisho looks on perplexed as the fugu man departs and is then hit by a car. And then the fugu man stands up and walks away as if nothing had happened.
So this guy can't die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's implied. What was the point of this? I just got a question. I like it on its face. I like this, and I would like to write a story about this. But what was the point of it? Putting it on the podcast?
I don't know. Ask Malcolm. He brought the Craig in.
Cord, listen, we got to meet our weekly.
Yeah, and the queen just died, so like we have to date
sorry.
it
Yeah,
too.
that's right. Hold on.
Sorry. Robert was insistent. He's like, "Oh, the queen has died. We have to record one in her honor."
I said one thing.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna have a sober September," and then the queen dies, and he's 4 deep into a pack of. I don't know.
4 deep? I'm sorry. I think you mean 7 deep.
Okay, I was trying to make you look better than you.
No, that's why I was having a sober September.
Yeah,
because I have a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. So sober September, relapse also September.
To date the podcast, it is September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
My cock is facing northwest.
I am facing south.
I'm facing west.
I live by the American Gardens building.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna fly down and fight you.
Robert, are you legitimately facing south right now?
I actually am, yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Could you face east and I'll face west?
Okay, I'm doing it.
We are metaphorically touching tips.
you know, we're metaphorically docking, as the kids call it.
I feel your metaphorical foreskin wrap around my metaphorical foreskin.
So if I like turn the other way, does that mean we're metaphorically fucking in each other in the ass?
Only if it's implied.
But who's? No, that would be metaphorically you fucking me in the ass because
Or would that be euphemistically?
You're eastbound to me.
I'm eastbound to your rectum. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Well, this has been a very funny joke.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how far this was gonna go.
20 seconds too far.
Yeah. Malcolm is just watching this car crash happen. He's fucking ambulance chasing.
I'm watching. I'm a voyeur in this situation. I'm in the corner. I've got some binoculars, and I say I'm bird watching at night.
Yeah. Malcolm's just like he's in the theoretical bushes to the north, just going, yeah, look at those two go.
Malcolm, hold on. Just out of respect, of course, for the loss that your nation and your commonwealth are facing, would you like to say a few words about the Queen?
Yeah, I guess I'll say this. It's going to be. I can't wait for America to obsess over her death more than Canada. I cannot wait for that.
You can't wait to have Prince Charles on your money.
Oh God, that bucktooth fucker.
He's like 78. Like it's like he's not young.
It's the best. Yeah, the next two choices are him, that the guy who doesn't have a chin, like really doesn't have a chin, or his balding son.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So it's Prince Harry. No, it's
Prince William.
Prince William. That's right. He was the one who married Meghan, not Meghan Markle.
No, he married Kate Middleton.
That's right.
The rumor about Prince William is that and this is true, they call him in royal circles the Prince of Pegging.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently he solicits women of the night
to fuck him in the ass with plastic objects.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Dildos.
Oh God. He just like me for real. He
just like me for real.
For real.
Yeah. Harper, you're just like, oh my God, I'm relatable king for once.
Yes, king.
Yes, king.
Yes, king. Yes.
Oh yeah. No, what's lube without some salt?
Lube. It is lube.
You want that grind in your hole.
Grind in the rectum.
I'm being serious here, Malcolm. I want you to say something sentimental about the goddamn Queen.
I'll tell you, this is not a funny story.
Yeah, okay. She ruled, I saw this today on Twitter and I did the math, it's correct. She ruled for 30% of American history. How does that isn't that terrifying?
Well, America's not very old, right?
Yeah, sure, but it's still less than 1/3 of our fucking history. Just under.
I'm sorry. Just a second here, Robert. Our friend is trying to grieve a very personal loss.
A very personal. It's a spiritual grandmother.
Exactly, like a Walmart mother.
The only story that I have of the Queen is that in 2002, my father took me to a Vancouver Canucks game. It was the Vancouver Canucks against the San Jose Sharks. It's an NHL game.
None of this sounds real. I'm just going to.
This is real. This is real.
What? Those are real hockey teams. What? You just because you don't watch hockey, it's not real.
I'm just saying. You guys live up there. You live in a fantasy land, and I don't believe it.
Well, finally adopting progressive principles.
The only sport that's real in Robert's heart is baseball, and that's a dying sport.
Yeah.
That's a sport that's about to go out the way the Queen did.
Yeah. Out the back with a shotgun by her kids.
Robert, you're a big baseball fan, right?
I do love baseball. Yeah.
All right. So if I showed you 6 photos of white guys, would you be able to pick out who Mike Trout is?
Mike Trout? No fucking way. I couldn't do it.
And Mike Trout, from what I hear in baseball circles, is apparently the best baseball player in the world, and yet I could not tell you who that man is.
Doesn't he play for the Mets? I'm fucking.
No, he plays for the Eagles.
I'm
Fuck!
sorry. I only care about that one pitcher for the Met who is an absolutely fucking bomb ass pitcher in the world. Mike Trout. You know what Mike Trout looks like? He looks like the fucking dude from Shadow over Innsmouth. Like, you have that fucking face. He had the Innsmouth look. That's what Mike Trout looks like. And his name is Michael Nelson Trout. It is the fucking, there's no such thing as fantasy at this point. Fantasy in real life has gone full circle.
Yeah, Mike Trout looks like his stepdad is Garth Brooks.
Oh, nice. That was good.
Oh,
that was a good
wonderful.
one.
Nice. No, Harper, I very much encourage you to Google Mike Trout and just see the Innsmouth look that he has.
Mike Trout.
Spelled exactly how you think it does.
Oh, he does. He has that particular slope.
Doesn't he? Oh
know.
my god.
Yeah, that's incredible. It looks like he was like beamed on the head as a child.
Well, yeah, he was playing bass. He was on the road to being the greatest baseball player that's alive right now that no one knows about.
And then he got
This
beamed in the head.
This man has made hundreds of millions of dollars playing at baseball.
Yeah, he's made hundreds of millions of dollars playing a very fake sport. Good for him.
Man is but a very ugly caterpillar to he who observes him with a solar microscope, Malcolm. And I will be that god, that ant that curses God from a blade of grass, okay? This guy looks like an absolute slow-brained idiot.
The best baseball player in the world right now is Jacob deGrom, and that's it.
That sounds like a hot take. I don't know anything about that game.
Pitcher, statistically the best pitcher of all time.
You need to use statistics to tell you who the best player is?
Yes, because it's fucking baseball and that's how it works.
Incorrect. The real answer is Shohei Ohtani, all right? He's the best one alive.
Go Tigers, right? Go Tigers.
No,
Let's
he's
go.
an Angels player. He's Mike Trout's teammate. No one watches the fucking Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They have 2 of the best players in the world, and they cannot make it to the postseason. That's how fucked baseball is.
I haven't given a shit about baseball since they were making baseball movies in the 90s to early 2000s. I don't think anyone's given a shit about. Once Speedy Gonzalez.
You mean that animated rat?
This is my theory about baseball. Baseball was at its best when everyone was fucking on roids, all right? And if they want to bring back good baseball that people care about, they got to roid it up, all right? I want big arms, little dicks.
No,
I want big
baseball.
arms,
You
little
know what?
dicks.
You're right. You're completely right. Baseball was perfect when everyone was on roids and chewing fucking tobacco while they had a stogie at the corner of their mouth.
So fucking true. So badass.
That's true. I want morbidly obese men to hit home runs.
Exactly.
And trot around the bases.
Somehow they have the power to beat every single person right now, no matter how tall, no matter how strong they are.
I want pitchers to also like be playing until they're like almost 50 years old and smoke between innings.
The reason I want a fucking pitcher to go on and play the distance. The only way he retires if his arm literally falls out of his socket and goes flying like a foul ball, and some nice 10-year-old with a smile as big as a fucking ruler comes down and catches it and looks up at his stepdad, who's obviously raw dogging his mom, and being like, "I caught it, Dad! I caught it!" And it's the very first time he was ever called Dad, and it feels amazing. And that's what baseball is all about.
Fuck you, idiot.
Oh my
Piece
god.
of shit story.
Why
don't you go tell People Magazine, huh? Oh my god.
I love that so much. I don't fucking
Reader's
care what
Digest.
you fucking assholes
Yeah,
think.
that's Reader's Digest bullshit.
This kid is reinventing relationships with the dad he wished he had, and you guys are laughing.
That's the type of story that my grandfather dies on the toilet reading.
Dies on the dude. That reminds me of a story I was told in Japanese class.
Okay.
Yeah,
There-
with your professor who was eventually arrested for
No, that
matters
was
we will not
unconfirmed.
talk about.
That was unconfirmed.
It was confirmed, and you know it was confirmed.
Yeah, but we were told by other teachers to stop spreading rumors, no matter how true they were. So
okay, what is the story?
there's a story about this guy who's dirt broke and needs to feed his family. So around the fair time, he opens up a porta john, basically, that runs off a yen coin
Okay.
of some characteristic. I don't know what their funny money does over there.
So they're at a baseball field. There's a porta john outside the baseball field.
Who cares where they are? They're at the red light district or some shit. And like a fucking luxury pooper opens up right next to his. And all the people are paying like 5 yen more to use it. So what he does is he fucking sits in the luxury pooper. So his is the only one that's available to crap in. And he sits in there so long that he dies of like spinal stenosis.
He doesn't just get like hemorrhoids or something. He just literally dies.
Yeah, he just dies. That's how the story was told to me.
But why?
Because you have to believe in something.
Because you have to believe in something. Well, guess what? That kid catching that pitcher's arm, he believed in something too. Malcolm with his hard right turn.
All right, so talk about stories that are real and that you can believe in.
Malcolm knows this is death. He's going.
Yeah,
on.
this is. I'm trying to save you because we all interrupted my story, which is
No. Don't say we all.
So in 2002, in October of 2002, my father, Ross McLeod,
Your father, Ross McLeod, a very real person.
he was a real person.
Wow. Oh no.
He died. He's dead to me and everyone else because he died.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
This is the stupidest joke. Just tell your fucking story.
Yeah, well, okay, 2002, your father, Ross McLeod of the McLeod clan.
Yeah, it's October 2002. Ross McLeod, an Italian Scottish man, more Italian than he was Scottish, even though he had a Scottish last name, and then gave me the most Scottish name in the world.
Despite you being a very Italian man.
Yeah, the most. Pizza pie. Alfredo, gnocchi.
Pepperoni.
Here we go again.
Luigi.
You know what's so funny about being an immigrant family from anywhere?
Yeah,
Is
Polak.
that if you end up in Chicago, exactly. If you end up in Chicago for whatever reason, it's like your culture just gets obliterated and replaced with an Italian culture.
That's true.
Yeah,
like-
hello, Mr. Polak. How you
Yeah,
doing?
but
Okay, Mal, we have to actually listen to this story.
Listen, my dad was a guy who at one point he had he bought a PT Cruiser back in the 2000s, and he got a custom plate that said "YY Guy" on it. And now, why? What would you? What do you think?
Wait. Why what?
Sorry, YY Guy.
YY guy. Okay.
Yeah, YY Guy. Now think about this for a minute or two. Why would you put YY beside each other?
Yes.
it's the airport indicators for Canada.
No. What he was looking to do was he was trying to be like, oh, I'm a wise guy, right?
Why
guy?
Why didn't he do like YYZ guy?
Well, that's
YY's guy.
Well,
that's
that
what
would've been
everyone
good.
told him. Basically, he had this license plate for like 2 months. He kept getting called gay by all of his friends. and he took out. He not only got called gay because of the license plate, he also bought a fucking PT Cruiser.
And it's also 2002, like the other height of gay panic besides the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. That was
The funny height of gay panic.
Yeah, this was a time when it was just like people were like, "You're listening to Queen,"
Dude, awesome.
Yeah, you didn't enlist in the army to slaughter fucking Iraqi children.
So to continue the story, this is my only encounter with the Queen.
That's right. That was what it was.
So it's October 2002. My dad has taken me and my brother McLeod almost said his name wrong.
Yep. And his
Um,
wonderful
it-
dogs and the cats that I love very much.
cut that out. No.
We have a certain standard to obtain here on the Seinfuck podcast. We can't
Exactly,
go around saying
exactly.
we love cats and dogs. 'cause
We
don't.
can't say the name of his cats and or dogs.
You could say it. I'll dox those dogs.
His name was Beasley, and he's a very handsome boy.
Well, we are just losing cool factor by the second.
Yes, he's got two French bulldogs. He's got Oscar and Beasley, two French bulldogs. He's got a cat named Daenerys, or they call her Danny.
Where the fuck are we? What's going on? What was your story about the fucking queen? Where are we?
Listen, this is a story that I don't think we're gonna.
We will get through this.
Listeners on this podcast are being like, "What the fuck? I need to know what the fuck this means."
I haven't even set up the story.
There will be something salvageable off of this, and I will make it the queen
No,
story.
I think this is better than the last time, before last time we go. Not last night,
Yeah.
the time before last.
As long as none of us simulate saying any forbidden language, I think we'll be okay.
So, okay, it's October. It's 2002. I'm at GM Place. It's now called Rogers Arena. GM Place, watching the San Jose Sharks take on my Vancouver Canucks.
Wait, did you say the Rogers Arena?
It's now called Rogers Arena. It was at the time called GM Place.
Dude, that's crazy. I lost my virginity to the San Jose Sharks.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, it was 2011. Logan Couture sent me a DM on Snapchat.
It was a steamy night after a wonderful home game.
It was especially steamy because of the differential temperatures between the ice den and the blonde room.
Yeah, Buck, your Japanese teacher was like, do you know what a bukkake is? And you're like, no, teacher, teach me. And then
Teach me. Well, guess what? I have some friends. They play for a team called the Sharks.
I will not have this slander go on for Kizodi Sensei, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you watch the Canucks versus the Sharks. What goes on there?
And what made this game special?
The Sharks cheated?
Navy. No, it was was that Queen Elizabeth II was in the arena. She dropped the puck before the game
Oh, wow.
in recognition of her own Golden Jubilee. Now,
What?
I don't know what a Golden Jubilee
We
is.
just recently had her Platinum Jubilee, and now she's dead.
What
Yeah.
the fuck are you guys talking? I'm sorry. I'm from a place where we can say whatever we want without fear for consequences. So can you tell me what the fuck a jubilee is?
I assume that has something to do with her age.
It's the anniversary of coronation. So a Platinum Jubilee, I think, is 70 years since the coronation.
I was gonna say 10 million people observed or something like that. It's like a World of Warcraft achievement.
10 million people slaughtered in the British colonialism tradition.
Yeah. By the way, Black Twitter had a great day today.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Irish Twitter had a fucking fantastic
Everyone
day
but
today.
English Twitter had a fantastic day.
Every day, yeah, exactly. This is a good day not to be English. So thank God for that.
Yeah. Come out, all you black and tans. Come out and fight me.
You
like
can't
a
sing
man.
that because they will think you're racist. This is something I've learned.
Yeah,
recently.
you're a racist against people from Liverpool. at
No,
that
no.
moment.
I'm serious. People don't know that black and tans are like English officers. So
Yeah.
mostly white people will accuse you of being racist for saying "fight me, black and tans."
Okay. That is actually kind of funny.
That's true. And
happened.
you'll be singing that in a park in like the south side of Chicago, and then we'll be like, "Hey, you want to go get him?" And then Harper and I will run away from Robert.
We literally talked about this on our third episode, what I think is our third episode. But like we're talking about like, so long as you don't fuck with people in the south side of Chicago and you're white, nothing's gonna happen.
That's such bullshit, by the way. You guys are not speaking from lived experiences at all in that moment.
I've been to Southside
okay,
Chicago.
Mr. Chicago. How do you fucking think it is?
How many days have you been in Chicago?
Well, first I stopped by the street vendors who serve.
You get that
serve
Chicago dog,
you
and
get the
that
Chicago-
fucking
it's a hot dog
pepperoncini
here.
part on that hot dog destroys your diet.
This is a big mistake that foreigners to Chicago like to make. They still call the hot dog a glizzy when they enter Chicago. Don't call that
No,
a
a
glizzy.
glizzy is a gun. And anyway, okay, listeners, everybody,
Wait,
glizzy is a fucking
Listen,
gun.
a glizzy is not a gun. A glizzy is a warm meat sausage. It's a meat tube that you can put
No.
between two buns, squirt some fucking ketchup, get a little bit of that Dijon mustard,
Dijon.
get a little bit relish.
I'm sorry if you have experience with your dad being the YY guy, but no. A glizzy is a Glock handgun.
No, that's what a glizzy is. People call a hot dog a
add
glizzy.
some
This is what
onions,
glizzy
get a
is.
little bit of sauerkraut.
In
so
what
hold on.
carnival?
So hold on. Then what is a glizzy guzzler then?
Someone who fucking no, that existed post.
Well, you need to catch up on your Urban Dictionary reading. I don't know what to tell you. A glizzy is a sausage between two soft, pillowy mounds of dough. And
No. Originally, a glizzy was a Glock handgun, and then it became a euphemism for a dick, and now it's a euphemism for a goddamn hot dog.
Yeah, isn't English wonderful? God save the fucking queen.
English is fucking fantastic. If you tuned into this podcast to learn the wonderful language of American English, I have a surprise for you.
I'm on urbandictionary.com. I've looked up glizzy, and here's some of the top submissions. All right, these are like ones that are very much a lot of thumbs ups. All right, yeah. So glizzy, a hot dog, and the example they go is the example they use is Pops wasted no time to throat the glizzy. He a real glizzy gladiator. Another one is
Oh, no.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay, the other one is glizzy. It's a fucking hot dog. And their sentence they used is, if you need this glizzy, you could take mine. Pop smoke a real one, share into glizzy. And that was posted by Pussy Slayer 42Q69.
A very reliable source. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Okay, no, I have a single question on this. Where does the word glizzy come from, if not from a Glock fucking handgun?
Well, I got it one, and this one has a theory. This one might answer your question, all right?
Okay.
This is on urbandictionary.com. So they say glizzy, short for Glizabeth. You know glizzy, short for Glizabeth? That's the sentence they provided. I think that's accurate.
No,
that's got the most upvotes next
I
to the
believe
hot dog.
Gloz, that's the name of the user.
Queen Glizabeth II. Rest in peace today.
I can't wait for her glorination.
Yeah. I did I actually Google what a fucking jubilee is, by the way. It's every 25 years is a jubilee. So she had her first jubilee in 25 years. Then she had her golden jubilee in 50 and a platinum jubilee in 25. 100 years is a diamond jubilee.
What does that even? Is it worth a damn?
No, of course it isn't.
Okay, well, I suppose that we've wasted a lot of
It's
time.
British monarchy, Harper. Of course it doesn't mean shit or valued shit.
I get it, but back to the very pressing conversation about the glizzy.
Yes, the very pressing conversation. Is Malcolm's dad gay?
Is
the
Malcolm
why guy? Now, if you were a normal man, go up on the street and you saw the license plate, why guy? Did you think that man was a glizzy gobbler?
Yeah.
No, he's a glizzy gladiator, all right? Because apparently this is another definition. It's this one. I like glizzies. It's official source. It goes, a glizzy, according to I like glizzies, is when a male inserts a benning sausage into their asshole, then turn into a glizzy gladiator. And then the example is it's Todd, and Todd's talking to Todd too in this one, all right? So Todd, look how big that glizzy is. And then Todd 2 goes, yeah, man, that's gong up on me, so can be a gladiator. Now, you want to know what a benning sausage is?
What is a benning sausage?
No, I don't want to know what a fucking benning sausage is.
It's a bunning sausage is a sexual encounter between two or more adults in the car park of a Bunnings warehouse.
All right, this has gone too far.
And then it goes, what are you up
This-
to? What do you get up to Sunday? Just had a Bunnings sausage with a guy from Grindr.
No.
Apparently,
okay.
I looked up what Bunnings warehouse is. All right.
Malcolm is on the gay hookup rabbit hole right now. Ladies.
Let's be real. The beginning of this podcast started with you talking about the Twilight Zone and about getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
So this ride that we're on started.
No, we are in a very
seconds into the
we
podcast.
are a very homoerotic ride right now.
This is
Yeah.
a straight and narrow.
To be honest, we're really queer baiting. This is a really
None of us are gay. I'm
Episode.
sorry, viewers.
Baiting.
baiting. We
Baiting? What are you guys talking about? I'm spread open here. I'm waiting for you guys.
the only baiting I'm doing is masturbating.
See, he took
Okay,
it.
so anyways, it's October of 2002.
It's not October. What?
No, it's not October now that when we're recording this. I'm saying it's October 2002, 20 years ago when my father took me and my brother
I
to
thought
see
you just said it was 2011.
No,
Yeah.
this was 2002, all right? That's when the Golden Jubilee happened. The Golden Jubilee was 50 years into Queen Elizabeth II's reign.
No, no. His dad died in 2000.
My dad died in 2011.
Oh, he actually did. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was making a
Oh.
joke.
Months after the Canucks lost Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, a game in which I attended and then had to deal with getting home through a riot.
Oh, fucking
Nice.
yeah. What's a good sports game without a riot?
Outside the Olympics had happened like literally like a year before, and then like the next year it's like, oh, they're rioting because the Canucks lost the Stanley Cup Finals to the Boston Bruins.
It's okay. The Wings will win or whatever they say. Detroit
The
Wings.
Oh, fuck the Detroit Wings.
The Wings and the Ducks. Let's go Ducks.
Let's go Nucks. Let's go. I'm out for a rip here, and I'm Canadian. I've got to cheer for the Nucks. Is that a good impression of you there, Malcolm?
I can't judge my own impression contest.
Okay, Harper, can we did this on last episode? Not the last episode, but the last episode I listened to. We did our impression. Malcolm and I did an impression of you. Can you do an impression of Malcolm real quick?
All right.
I'm gay. I'm a millennial. I love getting my ass eaten out. I eat ass.
I'm a minor local celebrity, Malcolm McLeod.
Oh, that pissed off my dog. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that Sarge? He's
Yeah,
a good boy.
No, he's being very fucking naughty.
Not a naughty boy.
Sarge on his
Oh,
first.
Naughty Dog, like the video game company.
Yeah, they just released their remaster of The Last of Us 1, and it's terrible.
Looks like Sarge needs a new master.
Guys, I wanted to go and do a quick seg.
Okay.
But I will have to point out that this is Sarge's first like showcase on the podcast.
Yeah, if you were able to hear him, he has a beautiful singing voice.
He's a sweet boy.
Which he uses to wake me up in the middle of the night to tell me that he needs water when he has water.
What kind of dog is Sarge?
He's a German Shepherd. I don't know what else he's mixed with, but it's not all German Shepherd, and he's not all there, I don't think.
He's also fat.
He's a plump boy. He's
A plump
he's-
German Shepherd mix.
I should be running him around a lot, but the problem is like taking a dog to a dog park is a terrible idea. It's just asking for worms.
And fleas.
fleas and
My brother's
ticks.
dogs both have fleas now because they've been going to a dog park like often.
And dude, ticks are such a fucking nightmare. I lived in a house where we were in like a central part of town, a downtown area, and there was just ticks everywhere because it's the neighborhoods that you live in over there, and you can't get rid of them. You can like put diatomaceous earth everywhere you fucking can, food safe diatomaceous earth, and it can only do so much. There's still fucking ticks.
Was this with when you were living with what? Yeah. Well, Sven, a very sweet boy. Yeah, I definitely remember pulling a tick off that dog.
Yeah, it's just you can't do anything. But we tried. Believe me, I tried, especially to fucking like do the collars and the diatomaceous earth
And the front line fucking plus, but
Yeah.
really is not enough. Like in America, they really don't give you like strong enough stuff to actually get rid of ticks or fleas. Or
Well,
anything.
neighbors, all the neighbors got fucking dogs, and they don't really care if their dogs have ticks, so you just have ticks. And like, I eventually moved, and we all moved, and all of our dogs just suddenly didn't have ticks anymore. It's crazy how that happens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just a real act of God.
Well, yeah, when you don't live by a dirty ass river or anything like that,
dirty
yeah,
ass
you're
river.
less likely to have a fucking ticks in your
Yeah, the
dogs.
fun fact about that river, it just dried out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are in a 20, 30-year drought and we're all going to die of environmental collapse.
Yeah, Robert's really fixated on this particular death fantasy that he seems to have. I wouldn't say conjured because there's sufficient data to suggest that it might be happening. But his
Mhm.
constant reminding me is not doing my mental health any favors. It's just like you just start off hey, how's the weather? He's like, oh, it's a little hot today. I was like, yeah, it's been heating up. He's like, yeah, the world's 1.5 degrees hotter as a whole, and we're gonna die a fucking environmental death caused by food shortages.
No, my main thing is that I'm gonna start talking. No, it's what I am talking about really is that like the actual like growing temperature of wheat, the yield starts dropping off after a certain temperature, and the worldwide temperature right now is only like 3 degrees off from when it drops like from like 30% minus yield to 60% minus yield, and so we're all going to starve to death. And yeah, that's fun.
They wouldn't let that happen, Robert. They need good little worker bees like us.
What would they do? Like seriously, like
You'll be getting a delicious substance known as soylent.
You'll be getting a delicious substance known as frog.
And when you die, don't worry, you'll be turned into soylent.
I'm gonna be turned into fertilizer for whatever like indoor fucking factories growing our corn nowadays, as the workers sip graciously on the frog that they were given.
I wanted to
Yeah, what is your segment? I'm sorry for putting it in such a fucking dark tone.
no, it was going to come to this eventually. I acknowledge that. I think any listener of the brand has to acknowledge it as well.
The brand, the Seinfuck brand.
The brand, the celebrated Seinfuck.
Yeah, we're a brand. We're not a podcast. We're a brand. We're an opportunity. We're a movement of like-minded individuals who are coming to make you a better person. So, if you want the secrets to our success, Venmo me at Seinfuck.
Venmo him $300.
The email at hotmail.com.
Exactly. Okay, what is your segment there, Harper?
I would like to take this opportunity to record some preemptive apologies in the
All right.
event that we
Okay.
have to air them out after the things that we say are inevitably heard by somebody. So I'll be leaving out some spaces, and I encourage you guys to formulate your own sincere apologies that we can go back and plug in events and dates at later. My loyal viewers and dearest friends, I have been racked with guilt over the things that I've said on the episode of Seinfuck.
He's leaving the blanket.
It has caused me such emotional turmoil to think about the people that I've hurt when I said that I have not slept since our last recording, which was yesterday. I would like to take this opportunity to say that I was wrong. I was wrong about all of you and you. And I, from the bottom of my heart, apologize for all the terrible things I said concerning your, and hope you can forgive me. Thank you. All right, Robert, it's your turn.
My loyal viewers, I am really sorry for saying those awful things. Obviously, me being a budding liberal intellectual,
Of course.
I would never mean any of those things that I very obviously said, and to the camera, into the microphone for profit.
I forced him to say them, frankly.
Exactly. The people I was around at this time weren't the best people to put myself around. I realized through this whole entire process that maybe I should have surrounded myself with people who were better for me, who were more socially just. But I, in my short-sightedness, let it go. and let my own inhibitions take over in the pursuit of profit. And so I want to apologize.
Oh, but in the pursuit of profit.
Isn't that the funniest bit about it? Because I'm just totally lying in the pursuit of profit. God damn it. Okay, Malcolm, you got a good apology in you?
Apologizing
I've
rocks.
got one.
Let's go.
To my dear loyal audience, I come before you a humbled, proud, straight white cisgender male.
Well, are you humble or proud or what?
I'm both.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I'm humble.
Yeah. He's humble in the streets, proud in the sheets.
Well, I don't know about that.
Man, we know you slanging. Go on.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It has been a difficult time after the events of. I understand that some of you don't want to hear my deep voice anymore.
His deep, dulcet tones.
I understand that some of you see me as a monster. And now I know that I've been sponsored by Monster Energy. That's to be given. But I cannot control what I say. I'm a free speech absolutist.
Absolutely.
Advocate absolutist. We
a-
can't decide what the AdSense says.
I'm an advocate for the power of speech, and speech without consequence.
Exactly.
Yep.
Speech for white men everywhere.
It seems that I was wrong in that regard. For I now understand that my speech comes with consequences. So I present my mind to you, the audience, and I will do my best as a straight, white, cisgendered male to do what I should have done from the beginning and listen to women.
to women.
Can you punctuate this by screaming, "I'm sorry, I'm white"?
I'm sorry. Okay, we're not doing the amazing atheist right now. We're not fucking doing that shit. I'm sorry.
forgot that was-
straight.
I forgot.
I'm sorry, I'm straight.
I'm sorry, I'm white. He scourges himself. I'm sorry, I'm male.
I'm sorry that I'm born with a gender identity that aligns with me, that I was both assigned and accepted.
Sorry, I joined the Blood and Bones fraternity at
The Skull and
Dartmouth.
Bones. The
Skull and Bones. Yeah, no, it's Blood and Bones. A different fraternity, Harper. Thank you. We don't really work for the State Department.
I'm sorry I said that I made love to my first girlfriend and not just fucked her.
Wow.
Right?
Can you believe this guy?
God damn.
What are you gonna hold her hand?
There's nothing more gay than loving somebody else.
I'm living the curse of my father and being called gay by my friends.
Yeah, you're gonna get the same license plate, the same like vanity license plate. It's just gonna say XX guy.
Yeah, XX guy. Oh my god, it's XX guy. I think that guy doesn't fuck.
Let me put this shit back on course here, boys.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Keck's prophecy?
No, what's that?
I mean, I know what Keck is, but I don't know specifically if he had a prophecy.
So a little background for those who are uninitiated into the meme magic saga.
This is sounding a little bit too much like Q.
The meme magic saga of the presidential election of 2016.
Oh Jesus, it is Q.
No, it's very different and it's very funny. I promise. It's funny.
Okay.
There were a large number of posters that would engage in Dubs Gets threads to try to get matching numbers at the end of their posts to give their questions validity, sort of like a magic 8-ball on 4chan, right?
Yeah. If you had a quint, that means you had 6 of the same numbers on your serial number for your post.
Exactly. So the avatar of choice at this time was a frog named Pepe. And Pepe, being a
known
frog,
international hate symbol, Pepe.
we eventually see the bastardization of the word lol being, well, the acronym LOL being bastardized to Kek, because LOL, while used in the Orcish tongue in World of Warcraft, translates to Kek.
Yes,
So
yes.
top Kek, top LOL, top Leo, bottom Kek, whatever you want to call it. Kek is synonymous with LOL.
Context, you can't talk to other people in different factions in World of Warcraft. So if you said lol, it just automatically translated to
It's
Kek.
Kek, yeah. So Kek is also a frog god in Egypt. And the 4chan users on the political board decided that they would pray to this god for outcomes in the election. And one of these schizos made this prophecy, and it goes like this. I wanted you to see just how far this derangement goes, but just how ingenious prophecies can be made. It goes like this. It will happen when the weather cools. That's when they'll make the move. The plans laid long ago, before the founding of America, and older still will come to fruition. They're trying to force God's hand. Watch for these signs. 3 branches will become one. An island will drift away. A killing bolt will shine in the night, but will not kill. The star will gorge itself on clay. Idols will speak and move about. The black flag will fly above the dome. The belly of the dragon will drip water. 2 voices will call out in a silence that all will hear. A rock will stand on 7 hills. The ravens will starve. The bear will leave its cave forever. The rod and ring will strike. And I'd say we're about at the bear will leave its cave forever.
So, anyways, it's October of 2002. All right, I haven't even finished.
Okay, Harper has some new millennial fucking prophecy of the political days of yore. And Malcolm still hasn't finished his story by the time he was at a hockey or a baseball game with his dad.
I haven't even really began the story.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old.
Wait, is the bear leaving the cave? Is that supposed to be like California leaving the Union?
Or it can be seen as Russia striking Ukraine. Take your pick.
Okay.
Take your pick. It's up for discussion, all right? It doesn't have to. I didn't say anything specific. I just kind of alluded to something that, based on geopolitics of the world, may or may not happen at some time in the future.
The black flag flying above the dome is obviously the January 6th insurrection.
Yes.
Yeah, Robert, just real quick. It's like it's Malcolm's first prophecy or something. You believe this guy? Look at this guy.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. We don't have prophecies.
Yeah. Wait, you don't have prophecies that are whispered to you in your dreams every night?
I told you they're not people.
No, what we did was
God, Canadians are real people.
Everyone who the problem was it's not me. I would love to have prophecies. I would love to have prophecies given to me. I would love to be woken up with the nightmare prophecies. Or the dreamscape, or the love of prophecy.
Yeah. He'd love to wake up in the Black Lodge of Twin Peaks.
But back in the history of my country, some fuckers who look like me and sound like me, they took all the people who are kind of in charge of the prophecies in Canada and then sent them to schools.
Residential schools.
And they just never returned.
Fucking Christ.
Now I'm in the generation of Canadians who don't get prophecies. And it's a travesty.
Yeah, Malcolm's going to go to sleep tonight and he's going to have a dream of the Black Lodge, and it's just going to be like, this is my sister.
What is that voice?
It's the backwards talking of Twin Peaks. I'm trying to remember the fucking actual.
Oh, the Black Lodge. Of course, that Black Lodge.
Yes, of course it's the Black Lodge.
I think it's supposed to be like morning our Germany, and it's like
it's true. No.
Yeah,
they say it backwards and then it's played forward.
I've had dreams like that though, Robert. Have you ever had dreams where you like wander into a secret society meeting and they're pissed off at you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
This never happened to you, Malcolm?
No, my dreams are that I'm in this office building and I wake up and I'm in front of my desk and then I like turn around in the cubicle and there's just more office building and then I like have to keep walking in these rooms and I kind of walk back and forth,
Malcolm is
mostly
dreaming in the
back.
back rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally
and then
just the back
there's some
rooms.
robots that are after me and I keep having to like go into vents, but each time I go into a vent, I just enter more of the same.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, I legitimately went to sleep one time and I'm in this sort of like fucking how would you say it? This what is that fucking art style that was like before the French Revolution where it's all fucking fancy and shit? Why can't I think of what it's
The
called right now?
Renaissance art or Art Nouveau or
No,
Wait, French it like Ratatouille?
oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I'm actually like half serious because I have had this dream. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it.
I missed your initial description.
Oh, it's
so-
Baroque. It's Baroque art.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so-
Baroque art.
Yeah, so I'm in this fucking tunnel.
Named after the wealth of the artists behind it.
Oh,
So
God.
I am in this fucking. This is a legitimate dream I had one time. So I am in this fucking hallway, and it's like Baroque. There's art. There's like wood paneling on the walls. The ceiling is all fucking painted and beautiful and gold leaf and everything. I can't look out the windows because it's all like white. And I just walking down this fucking room for hours and hours, and then I'm just like chased by a fucking pit bull all the way to the end, and then I go and I run and I run and I run and I run and I run, and then I open up these wooden double doors, and then I wake up. It's the second that I open the doors, and I'm just like, I never want to think about this again.
Dude, that was just a nanny dog. He
Oh.
was coming to kiss you to death.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's giving you the sweet, sweet lovin's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I once had I'll tell you a one nightmare that I had when I was in like the 3rd grade. I once had a dream in which I died and then Britney Spears danced on my grave.
Awesome. Let's go,
Hit
dude.
me,
We should all get
baby,
closer.
one more time.
Yeah, that was exactly it. And I'm in the grave. I'm like, ah.
He's just looking up through the fucking 6 feet of dirt above you.
Yeah, I woke up in a sweat. I remember this very distinctly.
Oh, Jesus.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That
she was,
is
and she was
actually-
surrounded by a backup of like zombie dancers.
I've told you about my fucking my dream on this podcast before, haven't I?
Which one?
Which one?
The secret society dream.
Oh, you just said so.
Yeah.
So like, I just said so. Like this episode.
Yeah,
You were
I think-
you were
I
talking
don't
about
think
it.
it exists.
Okay.
You may have mentioned it, but it might have been cut out of the other episodes.
Here's what happened. You mentioned it, and then Robert interrupted you,
Exactly.
and then I
Exactly.
interrupted Robert.
Exactly.
And then Robert, when you were like, "Has this come up?" Robert said yes, and then I interrupted him, and you haven't had a chance.
We have such a cohesive
Okay,
flow, such
okay.
a brand we've built.
So you are in the Memphis, Tennessee
I'm
Bass
in
Pro
I'm in the
Shop
Bass Pro Shop
pyramid.
pyramid. Yeah, exactly. So how it goes is I'm in some sort of casino, right? And attendants are dressing me, and they put me in this like white and black striped gown of some sort. And they lead me into this room. I go down some stairs and it's dark, except for a bunch of black lights. There's a bunch of neon signs. It looks like what you would think is like a smoking room or something, right? And I remember there being like a very nondescript indent that you pass right before you get to these huge double doors that I just didn't look at. And I open the double doors, and there's 4 figures arranged on the right hand side, all wearing gray, and on the left, 2 figures in red robes, surmounting like one wearing yellow. And this is in a
Like
cavernous room.
flanking
Yeah.
the one where yeah.
And they're like all holding torches for the most part, I think, except for the ones in the gray robes. And someone who looks like that nerd kid from back at the barnyard, except like grown up, like
Wait, what's back at the barnyard?
and so just picture a kid with acne, like he's kind of fat and he has bad acne.
Okay.
And he stops me and he's just like, no, the elders don't want you here yet. You've come at the wrong time and now you just can't be part of this. You have to leave. So go back the way you came, and whatever you do, don't look in the manger. And like I'm like forced to walk around the blacklit room, and I see the manger, and like I feel like the Lovecraftian urge to look inside, even though I know like what's inside might blast my sanity, you know. But I like resist well enough to make it out of the smoking room. And the casino attendants put me back in my regular robes, and I look in the mirror, and I do not look anything like myself. I'm like a well-to-do white guy with a nice haircut.
So you like astral projected in this dude's body while he was in like a fucking normal fucking like Illuminati meeting?
Yeah, Illuminati, if you're hearing this and I've accidentally projected into one of your meetings, hit me up. I won't despoil your secrets.
I won't despoil your secrets for profit.
I won't sell them to the Freemasons, yo. I thought about joining the Freemasons once.
You did? What stopped you?
What kind of hookup do you have at the Freemasons?
Huh?
What kind of hookup do you have to join the Freemasons?
Oh, look at me, man. They love me over there.
Yeah, do you have enough teeth to sacrifice for political success?
I got a few I could give up.
Yeah, a couple in the back.
Yeah.
Hey, they love a good molar there.
Did you ever get your wisdom teeth removed, or do you still have them?
I got them removed because like they were growing in.
That's four you could have kept for the for when they needed your teeth.
We haven't explained this joke to anybody, so
I don't even understand it.
Yeah, if I was joining in. Okay, so Washington.
Yeah, George Washington was a Freemason, right? But he didn't have no teeth. Don't you think that's kind of a coincidence that all the shit like went his way in all the battles? Like he needed a misty morning and he got it, or like he needed a freezing river and he got it.
He was able to run away from the British fucking army, literally the best army in the world. He was able to actually do a successful tactical retreat.
He also like charged in the middle of bullet fire to stab someone a few times and like gloated over their corpse.
He was able to cross a goddamn river at Christmas.
Yeah, I just want to point out how badass it is that George Washington charged a bunch of like
German mercenaries.
Yeah, German mercenaries stabbed their captain, and the soldiers surrounding him were just like, "Fuck, fine, we give up." He takes the British guy to the church, the mercenary captain, whoever he was, and like accompanies him during his dying moments in the church, like some sort of Assassin's Creed cutscene.
He teabagged him, yeah.
Thou art a miserable fool.
All right, so it's October of 2002.
So the whole fucking point of this fucking story is that George Washington sacrificed his teeth for military success. So it's October 2002.
Yes, it's October 2002. My father has taken me and my brother to see the Vancouver Canucks against the San Jose Sharks. The Queen is in attendance. She's dropping the puck before the game. All right, the two captains, Swedish hockey legend Marcus Naslund, former captain of the Vancouver Canucks, is representing the Canucks. On the other side, representing the San Jose Sharks, is Mike Ricci, Harper's celebrity doppelganger.
Wow.
You look at Google him. Google him.
Wait, what is his name? Sorry.
Mike Ricci, R-I-C-C-I.
R-I-C-C-I. Mike Ricci.
That's very rude.
I could maybe see it.
This guy's like Andy Samberg with long hair.
He's got your nose. That's what he's got. And that's like nothing else.
Does not look like that. What?
It's totally your nose. You can't even lie to me.
Listen, Mike Ricci is a former captain of the San Jose Sharks. He's a former 4th overall pick in the NHL draft. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, is he?
He is.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a bad-looking guy, Harper.
Listen, he is missing some teeth, but that's all to do with hockey, and you have your teeth.
Did this come into your mind last night when you saw Harper over his camera?
No. So this is me just recounting the story of a game I went to with my father, in which the Queen was in attendance, and I had to. First of all, I had to stand. From what I remember, was this big deal. My dad was like, "You got to go. This is a game you'll remember for the rest of your life." Don't remember the score. I don't remember what happened in the game. I don't know if the Canucks won or if the Sharks won.
You just remember that the Queen was there and Steve.
I remember I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old. I was like, well, it's fun. And before the game, we had to get there super early. one, because they had a children's choir singing like "God Save the Queen," which is just what a mood killer before a hockey game. Second of all, my dad was a smoker. Like he was a very avid smoker. And so this was at the time when there used to be smoke pits at arenas. So he liked to get a little bit early so that he could smoke in like with some privacy, even though like what they ended up doing, during the game, he'd be out there like 5 or 6 times, and each time he wanted to smoke, we'd have to get up from our seats and follow him to the smoke pit and just stand in the smoke pit.
No, he didn't even just like leave you in your seat to watch the game. He got both of you up to go just watch him smoke.
Yeah, watch him smoke at the.
Just like, well, you watch the game there, Malcolm. I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, but we happened to be sitting in this section where it was like sort of like the season ticket holder, like almost VIP section by the penalty boxes. And so I remember that's like the section where the Queen happened to be, like her box was in that area.
Yeah, you're focusing in on the Queen's box. Yeah.
That's you know everything about the Queen's box, don't you, Robert?
Oh yeah. I called her my main girl, my queen.
This is the thrilling conclusion of a mediocre story. Is that when we were coming back, my brother and my dad and I, from my dad's at least 5th or 6th smoke break, the Queen, I guess we got slowed down because we couldn't like get back to our seats, and what it turned out was that the Queen had descended from the box and had come down to that section because there was like I guess they were selling like sandwiches, and she wanted a sandwich, but she was, I guess, a paranoid. This is what I remember of her, like what was in the sandwich. So she like watched them make the sandwich, and because of that, they like cleared out so much of the section. Everyone's standing to the side. We were like, "Oh my God, it's the Queen! She's watching a hockey game. She just dropped the puck."
Wait. So you saw the Queen with your bare eyeballs?
Yeah, I was in the fucking arena.
Well, I don't. Well, okay. Well,
what did you think? I watched a game on television and I'm describing.
No. I was just.
I'm
thinking,
describing.
No. I was thinking you were watching it through like plate glass or something, but you saw the Queen watch her sandwich get made.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. That was,
so yeah, that's what I remember from that day.
it would have been a much better story if she had eaten a glizzy instead.
I know.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? This would have, it would have gone with everything.
All right, so let's change it up. So I'm gonna cut it. We'll cut this section.
It's October 2nd, 2002.
So it's October 2nd, 2002. We're waiting. It's like my dad's 5th or 6th time. Going to the smoke. We wait her, and she's got to go down, and she's waiting. Because
she
I guess
goes
like
up to the attendant and says, "Hey, Mr. Attendant Man, I need that glizzy."
Yeah, that's what she said. I swear to God, she said, "I need that glizzy. I'm a glizzy gladiator, and this glizzy needs to go down my throat.
This glizzy needs to go down this gobbler.
I'm getting wet for the glizzy. Slop it up with some extra ketchup. You could call it catsup. I don't care. That glizzy needs to be in my chompers.
Just keep the Dijon on.
This glizzy needs to be in my chompers ASAP, and I don't want that stinking regular mustard. Dijon that bitch up."
This entire thing is going to get cut.
No, it's staying. It's staying. This is the thrilling conclusion of an epic story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Malcolm, his dad.
And then I watched her unhinge her jaw, and
like Tucker Carlson did last episode.
Yeah, and fucking go to town on that glizzy. And I swear, and this is real. It's 100% real. I swear, I saw that her tongue looked like that of a lizard.
Her tongue was forked? Is that what you're saying? She blinked?
I'm saying that she had a forked tongue and her skin was radically...
Did you see her blink sideways?
Yeah, I saw her blink sideways, and her skin happened to have it was hard and green.
A glossy sheen to it, right? So she's a reptoid. I fucking knew it, Harper. It's a prophecy. It's the
hold
prophecy.
on. Even reptoids deserve a moment of silence. So can we please observe a moment of silence?
No. It deserves a moment of silence until she reappears as a different person that she had shapeshifted into.
Trust me on the moment of silence. Let's get a nice little moment of silence going here.
Yeah, moment of silence for the queen, everybody. Let's just. I will remember you.
Some silence, you cunt.
No, it's a song going, you know.
No, trust me.
Will you remember me?
Look, I'm gonna level with you. I got a bit, but it only works. It only works if you keep your fucking mouth
Actual
shut.
moment of silence. Okay, actual moment of silence.
I have gathered the sun at you, Emerald.